Sorry if you hear. The wind is blowing a little bit crazy out here in Sacramento, California. I'm at the law firm up here in Del Paso Boulevard, and you guys can see, I'm waiting for court. And court will be with Mr. Gary Links at the Carol Miller Justice Department, room 82. And it's a waste of money. The title of this video is Wasting Money on a City, State, and Federal level. So, you guys know that I got a bunch of tickets let me start off like this. This is where I do my alternative community service at. And I don't give my government any type of money. I don't give them any type of money, period. No dollar bills, no metal, no nothing. What I do is give them community service. And this is what I've been doing, my community service since 2005 when I came to California and doing my community service at this place called Loaves and Fishes, or AKA the Friendship Park. Now, I had a family member that worked here, and due to this family member, we used to get things done, but she's no longer there. And now the person that's working there, well, shit's gone to hell, man. It's not even worth it no more. But anyway, as you guys can see, they're the sentencing alternative program. Still the same one. And this is the court order from Mr. Gary Links to the alternative sentencing program. And I can't remember what day off the top of my head, but it's in the video. And this is my registration, renewal. My receipt that I paid for it. My insurance, that everything's up to close. But I got a letter saying that it's incomplete. The smog station that I did the smog at didn't deliver the smog in time, and when I called DMV on Monday to take care of other paperwork that has to do with the company also, and there's only one person that I deal with in registration, and she is a NVR3, I think, or NVR4 in DMV category. That means that this person has seniority. And she went in through my records and pulled out, everything. And she said, Mr. Quindez, she goes, you submitted everything. She goes, I see that you got the smog paperwork and everything, that your car passed, but on our system, it shows that you haven't received the smog, that you haven't done the smog, and we haven't received the certificate yet. So I went to, the shop where I did the smog, and it is now permanently closed. And that kind of raised the problem. Because then I called the next following day and said, look, the business is closed. I went over there, just to get the certificate. I'll do my own legwork, man. I don't care if I have to move around and do my own legwork. Because trusting today's computers, man, it's just like, it's a problem when these things, break apart. One of the problems that I had, my storage place, I went to go pay personally in cash storage. And it's called CubeSmart, and put it like this, on 16th Street. And the computers went down. I couldn't make a payment. Computers go down, you can't make a fucking payment. So what the sense of you having all these paperwork and all of this, sending me papers, and filling up my mailbox with garbage every time I miss a payment? But you can't take out a piece of paper and says, Mr. Quindez paid his room for next month, and here's the paperwork. And then when the computers are up and running, you put the paperwork in, into the system, and everything gets up to codes with the receipt numbers and everything. They're called manual contracts. Society, they don't know how to do none of this. But anyway, let's go back to the little thing before Mr. Gary Links comes on with the clerks and everything. You guys already know this is a video camera right here. This left eye is completely blind since birth, and Uncle Sam did some things to me where this eye records. The things that I did for Uncle Sam is watch, record, eat bathes. But anyway, after doing all of this running around and finding out that, you know, everything I did on my end is up to par, but now I'm going to be judged by someone who's going to tell me that I wasn't doing anything. You guys know about this place right here. Right, and this is the letter that I got from them over an officer who I wasn't talking to or dealing with at that moment. And mind you, the problem was between me and the other officer, and we got it to square. And in the video, you see that there's a lot of background noise, and we're speaking through a thick glass, about this thick of plexiglass, with a little hole maybe about this big, so that we can communicate and speak through. And then at the bottom, to pass the paperwork, is a hole maybe about this big. And I maybe a little bit bigger. I may be exaggerating, but probably about this big, maximum. And then on top of that, there was the lady who, the officer who was filling up the vending machine, making all the noise and everything. I couldn't hear, and I made it perfectly clear. I couldn't hear you guys. So as I'm raising my voice so that they can hear me, the other officer in the waiting room thought that, you know, I'm getting loud, that I'm getting irate. I told the other officer, look, man, you know, I'm retired. I'm leaving the country. Going to be gone very soon. And the officers, you know, thanked me for my service and everything, and was helping me. Spoke to the young lady who does the program, because I called and left, you know, several messages since I've gotten the court order. I called in because that's the way they wanted me to do it. You have to call in to make an appointment. I called in twice to make an appointment. Gone to Loaves and Fishes and had to do my own legwork on that own day to figure out, you know, my days are coming up. I should be done with my alternative sentencing program, so that way when I get to speak to, you know, Mr. Links, one of the program, I already finished one of my 18 hours of community service. But no, the officer whose ego and pride, you know, got hurt because I'm talking to someone else on the phone now. Now I'm on the horn. I'm no longer speaking to another person on the plexiglass and anything, and I'm now talking on the phone, and she's describing certain things. So now I told her exactly what's going on, you know, in front of all the other ones. But by all means, it's no bullshit. This is the reason why I'm internal affairs and why I do internal affair work. Why I'm an investigator, why I go out sometimes and just go and sit down in front of police stations and just record. Watch them in their capacity. Not only that, I do this to justice. Right now, you guys see, I'm waiting on Zoom because we can't go into the courthouse, because this matter would have been resolved if I would have went inside the courthouse. I would have went to the Carrie Miller Justice Department, went into the clerk's office, reopened these fucking cases, and go in. But because everything today is via Zoom, because they're scared of a little sniffle, a little cough, you know. They're not scared about, you know, starting a war with, you know, someone who's fully capable of wiping us off the face of the earth, and we're doing the same thing to them. But they're scared of the sniffles. No offense to those that, supposedly expired from this. But it is what it is. Look, we're wasting money on dumb shit. We're wasting money on putting stickers on the floor, even though we got signs up on the freeway that says, I'm going to use Sacramento as an example. Highway 50, Highway 99, Highway 80, or Interstate 80, Freeway 80, or Business 80 this way. There's signs all over up on top. We old ones, we read the signs up on top as we're driving. But for the young ones now, they're putting stickers on the floor. Not only do you got to watch up on top, now you got to just look at the floor to see which direction you want to go. Just stupid. Redundancy, like back in my days when they talked about, the boogeyman, the Russians were coming, hide underneath your table. That's going to save you from a nuclear blast. Now, you saw my expression. As an adult, I'm seeing things and it's stupidity. What happened in Texas, hide underneath the table, guys, and act like you're asleep. Stupid-minded people. Because someone's there to hurt you, and you lay down on the floor, you just became a fish in a barrel. And I'm being honest about it. All this money going over to Europe right now. What was that last package that Joe Biden signed last week that went to Europe to find out what we already knew since the beginning of this contest, that we were supporting Nazis since 2012. Billions of American dollars going over to this little stupid-ass country that is causing so much problem because it wants to join NATO, but it knows legally it can't join NATO. But thanks to Clinton, it can now apply for NATO membership. But it's up to every country to approve its NATO membership. Sorry, guys. Allergies. It's not the flu, it's not the sniffles, it's the allergies. Whatever they're spraying up in the sky today is falling down on us and it's causing problems. Whether you want to think that I am a conspiracy or not, it is what it is. All right, guys, I think I am back on. Let's see. All right, guys, hold on. I'll call you guys later. How you doing?